Hey everybody, welcome
Hello.
to Britpop Reaction, BP1 and BP2.
In the house.
We are here with an NFL one for you. The scariest day in NFL history, apparently.
Okay.
So I'm not sure, don't know much about it, but it was given to us by the lovely Amanda Arford. Thank you, Amanda, as always.
Yeah, Amanda popped over to buymeacoffee.com. As she has done quite frequently. She's given us some very interesting stuff lately. Ruby Ridge, Waco, Oklahoma bombings. But she said she'll mix it up a little bit and decided to give us this one. We're not massive NFL heads, but we do know about it. We have done some videos on that.
Yeah, we got into it a bit more. I know a bit more about it now. I even managed an NFL game on the old console.
That's it, yeah.
So we got through that. So I know a bit about it now. But
I don't think this is going to be upbeat and fun. So scariest day in NFL history. So let's give it a go. See what's going on here. We'll add a couple of comments along the way, but we'll let them tell us the
tonight
story.
on Buffalo Bills player DeMar Hamlin, who millions watched collapse during Monday Night Football.
Oh, okay.
That's something I don't really want to get too deep into in the details of.
January 2nd, 2023. Two of the NFL's best teams squaring off with much more at stake than just primetime coverage. The Buffalo Bills against the Cincinnati Bengals. The outcome of this game will alter the entire playoff landscape and path to Super Bowl 57. What's at stake? The #1 seed in the AFC. The only team to receive a first-round bye and hold home field advantage for the entire postseason. And it won't be easy, as both teams haven't lost in nearly 2 months. They've met each other at the perfect time, Week 17 on Monday night.
Monday Night Football.
Yeah.
Sign of that thing.
Right away, it looks like the shootout everyone was hoping for. The Bengals attack first, trucking down the field in less than 3 minutes for a Tyler Boyd touchdown. But Buffalo quickly responds with a 25-yard field goal from Tyler Bass. The energy in the stadium is so intense you can't even hear yourself think. Then it happens.
Some crowd, innit?
The scariest moment in NFL history.
Right.
With just over 6 minutes left in the first quarter, the Bengals have the ball. On the second play of the drive, Joe Burrow passes to T. Higgins and lowers his shoulder, hoping to gain a few extra yards. DeMar Hamlin makes the tackle, and as you can see, everything appears normal. Hamlin returns to his feet, adjusts his helmet, then collapses on the spot.
Look at his leg, you could just see his legs through there.
Whistles are blown and gameplay is immediately stopped. Within 10 seconds of this moment, athletic trainers and medical professionals swarm the field. Emergency CPR is conducted for 10 minutes as an ambulance arrives soon after. DeMar is down on the field for nearly 20 minutes. Both teams surround him in shock, while his family runs down to the field to be by his side. The stadium that was uncontrollably loud just moments ago is now completely silent.
Yeah.
Wow. Hey.
DeMar receives oxygen from the first responders, is loaded into the ambulance with his mother, and transported directly to the University of Cincinnati Medical Center, 4 miles away. The ambulance leaves the stadium at exactly 9:25 p.m., 30 minutes after he initially collapsed on the field. You see a cluttered TV broadcast, then hear this from Joe Buck.
They've been given 5 minutes to quote-unquote get ready to go back to playing. That's the word we get from the league and the word we get from down the field, but nobody's moving.
As you can see, teammates remain seated, hug each other, and shed tears for their teammate whose status now remains up in the air.
I don't think you'd have
During all of this, both coaches had been discussing with officials, leading to the decision by Buffalo head coach Sean McDermott to pull his team off the field and back to the locker room. Another 30 minutes pass, and the game is officially postponed.
Not in the right state of mind,
No, that's right.
Meanwhile, his status remains unknown, as the world waits for what feels like an eternity for an update. Stephon Diggs, other teammates, and Bengals head coach Zach Taylor go to visit DeMar at the medical center. But on Diggs' way in, he's stopped by an officer, nearly having to force his way in, stating, "We just had to be here for our teammate." And just outside, an additional 100 fans stand hand in hand in support. Then, finally, there is an announcement on DeMar's status. He had a heart attack on the field. DeMar was able to regain his heartbeat, but still remains in critical condition. But in the night following the incident, something magical happens. DeMar's charity and toy drive, the Chasing M's Foundation, receives an unthinkable amount of donations. Before the Monday night game, his foundation had $74,000 in donations. The very next morning, with the help of over 119,000 new donors, That number had reached over $3 million, and that amount has skyrocketed to over $9 million and counting. But amongst this amazing moment, nearly 3 days passed without any major updates on Damar's health. Then, on January 5th, not only does the NFL officially cancel the Bills-Bengal game, but the world receives information about Damar directly from the UC Medical Center. His neurological function is completely intact. He is able to breathe with a breathing tube, he can physically hold hands with his family, and he's even able to communicate with writing. The first question he wrote was, "Did we win?" And the medical staff responded with, "You won. You won the game of life." But it gets even better. The next day brings another significant update and 3 powerful words from Damar himself. His breathing tube is removed as he is able to breathe completely on his own. His neurologic function remains intact and he is able to talk to his family. Damar is even able to say his first words to his teammates in over 4 days. In a FaceTime call, he tells them simply, "Love you boys." And the next day brings the NFL's first game action since the incident. Love is shown in incomparable ways. Every single team in the league shows support during warm-ups by wearing Love for Damar shirts. But nothing is quite as special as what the Buffalo Bills had in store. At home, in the final game of the regular season, Buffalo players walk through the tunnel repping Damar's number 3, Damar Hamlin shirts and hats. The Bills run out into Highmark Stadium to a packed-out crowd full of supportive fans. Multiple players carry Love for Damar flags. The entire team graces number 3 patches, and the medical team that responded to Damar's collapse is honored right before kickoff. But how the actual game started is even more unreal.
Don't do things in
New England
halves, do they,
Patriots
America?
win the coin toss but defer, so the Bills will receive the opening kickoff. What unfolds next is something out of a movie. Let's listen in.
New England decided to defer after winning the toss. And here's Hines on the run back, breaking a tackle and taking it past midfield. And down the sideline he goes. This is storybook. An opening kickoff return for Damar Hamlin. And this place is absolutely going wild.
But that's not even the most unforgettable moment of it all. The best part? Damar watched all of this unfold live on TV while he was at the hospital. And when Hines ran this opening touchdown, Damar celebrated a lot. According to the UC medical staff, he got out of his chair, jumped up and down, and nearly set off every alarm in the ICU. A truly touching moment. That energy remained the entire game, becoming a very special day for not just the players and fans, but also the most important people involved in this incident. The Bills brought home the victory 35-23. They FaceTimed Damar just minutes following the win, and then came the gifting of the game ball. A game ball was handed out not only to Damar, but also to the man who saved his life less than 1 week ago. Danny Kellington, the Bills' assistant athletic trainer who performed emergency CPR that Monday night. He was part of the essential medical team that was able to bring immediate response to save Damar's life and neurological function. Without them, Damar would not have made it off the field alive. And just 1 day after this emotional regular season closer, Damar was able to return to Buffalo due to remarkable improvements in his condition. On January 9th, exactly 1 week after the event, Damar was discharged from the UC Medical Center and moved to the Buffalo General Medical Center. His condition had been updated from critical to good, and he was able to walk and do physical therapy. But he didn't stay there long. While at Buffalo General, they conducted cardiac, vascular, and neurological tests, and in just 1 day, Damar was able to go home. From this point forward, he was given permission to rehab away from the hospital and with family and his teammates. And just 1 day before Buffalo's playoff opener against Miami, he was able to visit teammates, appearing to be in very high spirits. A major emotional boost for a team that had just witnessed this tragedy. He attended Buffalo's divisional matchup with Cincinnati 1 week later and made his first public speech since the incident a couple days later.
I can't tell you how appreciative I am of all the love, all the support, and everything that's just been coming in my way.
And social media is a huge reason why family, friends, and fans were able to keep up with Damar's status and continue their ongoing support. From updates on his personal Twitter and Instagram to fan-made videos and love from major figures outside of the NFL, support came from everywhere you could possibly imagine. Damar's strength and appreciation for others has been on clear display throughout this entire process. He thanked all the medical staff who assisted him, created merchandise with all the proceeds going to the University of Cincinnati Trauma Center, and even texted his teammate Tre'Davious White in the middle of the night to apologize for putting his team through everything that occurred since his accident. Since that Monday Night Football game on January 2nd, 2023, the world has had the opportunity to witness the scariest day in NFL history evolve into one of the biggest outpourings of love and support, not only for Damar Hamlin, but also the medical team that saved his life.
Oh, there you go, mate. The sad thing is, I mean, obviously with that happening in the NFL and it being such a, you know, a crazy thing to happen, it's not crazy. You know, I've been at a football match and I watched Portsmouth goalkeeper collapse.
That's right,
2 or 3 times, you know, that had some issues, and we've seen Christian Eriksen in the World Cup collapse, had a heart attack. So it's not, you know, that wasn't as a shock to see somebody collapse. But what the thing is what I never understand, and I know these things can just happen, but a heart attack, you know, for somebody that's just so fit and healthy,
underlying
in great
issue.
shape.
Wasn't it the chap you mentioned, Eriksen? Didn't he have a hole in? One of them had a hole in their heart.
I can't remember. Yeah, not Eriksen. I think it was one of them. But yeah.
Whether that was just the body shock trauma, you know, sort of after the initial hit. But again, the body's an amazing machine as well, isn't it? The way that he sort of was able to come back and within days just sort of get back on it.
Unbelievable.
I had a quick look. I don't know if Damar's still playing. I can only see sort of records up until 2023, and we didn't hear of that over here either. You know, that's the thing. It was probably a massive thing in the US.
Yeah, not even reported as
no.
So.
All right. Well, there you go, Amanda. Thank you very much.
Brilliant.
Yeah. A slight different take on the
brilliant,
NFL.
Not brilliant, but
you know, informative.
And like I said, you know, even when I've seen that happen in other sports, I haven't seen the collectiveness, you know, from flags to his number, everybody running, everybody in the whole league having. I mean, we know that you know that we've had minute silences and stuff, but I'm sorry, I don't know what's going on there. Did you hear that on the microphone? Could you hear that? No, sorry, I had to stop there. My desk just started vibrating and doing something. I don't know what it's doing.
Talking here.
Very strange.
There you go. All right. Thank you so much, Amanda, for all your informative and topical videos. We like doing those as well as other things, music, sport, comedy.
Yeah, we do.
So,
keep
brilliant.
Coming. Right, thank you so much to Amanda, and thank you to you for coming on board and watching our video today. Much appreciated. Let us know in the comments what you saw.
Cheers.
And until tomorrow, goodbye from me over there.
And a goodbye from him over there. All the best. Take care.